For the past several years, police have been urging gun owners to make sure weapons are locked up. It's especially a warning for those who keep a gun in their cars or trucks. That's because in just the past year, hundreds of guns were reported stolen from vehicles, many of those vehicles unlocked. A lot of those stolen guns are on the streets being used in crimes. We decided to trace one gun back to its original owner in a story that shows just how widespread the stolen gun problem has become. Here's News 5's Bill Riales.
Mardi Gras 2017, the Mobile Police Department gave us some shocking numbers. Out of 165 reports of guns stolen from cars, 130 of those cars were unlocked. But it's not just Mardi Gras. At any time, in just about any neighborhood, criminals are looking to steal your guns.
There's usually groups of people. Sometimes they'll target the nicer neighborhoods, just pulling on door handles and getting whatever they can out of there.
In hundreds of cases along the Gulf Coast, what they get are guns. Many of the guns stolen are similar to this one. You pay $400 to $800 for a gun like this, but after they're stolen, they'll sell for $40 to $80 on the street. And in many cases, they're being used in crimes.
And I just panicked, and I was sick.
We found one such case, one gun used in a crime, a murder. August 4th, 2017, James Gibson was shot to death at a home on Carlton Avenue in Mobile. And it didn't take long for police to arrest a suspect, 28-year-old Theodore Roberts. On that same day, Mobile police determined the gun used in that crime had been stolen.
We got a call from the homicide detectives in Mobile and told us that gun had been used in a homicide.
We traced the gun back to its owner through Daphne Police. It disappeared more than a year before the murder of James Gibson from the Timber Creek neighborhood here in Daphne. Edward Adler was getting ready to go to work one morning, and he noticed that his truck door was open.
Didn't realize right what happened, and later that evening I realized what was gone.
Adler says he would usually take his gun inside, but didn't this one night. He thought he'd locked his truck that night in March 2016, but he's not 100% certain.
What are the odds of leaving it in the truck that night and somebody hitting it that night?
Adler says realizing the gun had been stolen was bad enough, but it was the follow-up call that was the heartbreaker.
First told me there was a crime, and then they said it was used in committing a murder. And I was just sick, and I haven't followed up because it just makes my heart sink knowing that that's what happened.
What happened to the gun between then and the August 2017 murder of James Gibson is anybody's guess. The Glock 9mm could have been sold once or multiple times to different people. Ultimately, police said it ended up in the hands of Theodore Roberts. Recently, Mobile City Councilman C.J. Small addressed the issue, proposing that gun owners be penalized if their guns are not secured either by locking a vehicle that they're in or taking them inside their homes.
With the person that have a gun should be responsible enough to make sure that their guns are secured from anybody, from thieves, from kids. Just protected, period.
It's not something Mobile's public safety director is in favor of, though.
You know, I have a lot of concerns about that because, number one, you're victimizing a victim twice.
You would agree that if you could eliminate guns being stolen from unlocked cars, you'd reduce crime?
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
In a twist of irony, the man shot and killed with the gun stolen from Edward Adler was due in court. James Gibson was charged with stealing a gun on Helveston Street almost a year before his death. Well, the case against the man accused of killing Gibson is now before a grand jury. Bill Riales, WKRG News 5, local coverage you can count on.